Good morning, good morning. It is June 15th today, but at any time you find yourself listening to this message and it resonates with you, it is for you. Time is not existent. In reality, time is malleable. Time moves. Time is not a permanent fixture like that of the third dimensional construct. So I'm coming on today with a little bit of a brief message. I feel like the one I gave the other day with Prometheus is still very much so relevant. Everything Prometheus brought forward, everything Prometheus said is in the air. So I do encourage you to pay attention to what I brought forward previously with him. With that being said, I keep getting nudged to bring something forward, okay? Over the weekend, as you guys know, I was doing healing on myself and I did another healing. But what came out over the weekend for the collective healing with what I was doing was all about the KKK, the Illuminati. I cleansed a lot of souls. I saw a lot of people burned. There was some processing going on and some healing and some releasing of some souls for sure that were brought about by Catholicism, which in turn created the Illuminati, which in turn created KKK, which in turn created Black Lives Matter, which in turn created blah, 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 okay? And I can keep going, and this is all what came out this weekend. And the Pope is a replica. So what that means is every time a new Pope came into, this is what they showed me, so I'm going to give you what Spirit wants me to tell you. Every time a new Pope comes into play, actual physical being with a soul, they are in essence giving up their life. Their soul is which and then in turn transitioned out of their body. What they do with these souls, I don't know, you guys. This is like a movie. It's like black magic stuff. I don't work in that realm. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I can only tell you what Spirit showed me and what I cleared out this last weekend, because I feel like it's very relevant, and you're going to see things in the world as we go forward regarding these things. Regardless, they would take good souls, light souls, people of the light, and they would transition their souls out of that vessel. And I've heard another person talking about this before too. This is talked about, that they do this. Hollywood would do this. But I think it really came about when Catholicism became a thing, when the Vatican started becoming a thing, okay? The Pope is a clone. That's what they told me. That's what they're calling him, a spiritual clone. The original bad guy Pope, whatever you want to call him, takes over each new vessel. Okay? You can look at it. That's how they showed it to me. Whether you believe it or not, it's not on me. I tend to believe what I see, even if I don't fully understand it. I give it space. Okay? I don't try to understand it. I don't try to make sense of it. I just give it space. But they take their vessel and they use it for power, for strength, okay? Because that's how they get stronger. That's how they created this army. That's how they took over things. They had a lot of souls trapped, and that's what I see. And they were a lot, and the KKK played a vital role in this too. It's rather strange how this all worked and how it's all played out. It's like the leaders had their dog packs, and the dog packs go out and fetch what they need. And that's how I see it. And the KKK is a implementation of that. The Illuminati is the creator of the KKK. The Catholicism is the creator of the Illuminati. Shall I keep going? This is what I've been shown, okay? And what I did is the Pope went into my portal, okay? For those of you who have done my workshops, in the very beginning I created a specific portal. I put the picture on some of my videos. That is my portal that I created in the transitioning of this process of all of the workshops that I did. And I didn't end until the final pyramid stuff. But I was going to show you my little crystal. I have it on my book because I did a little thing for myself But that crystal specifically right there on the top of this book also is a symbol and a representation of that portal, because that's kind of how it looks to me, but majorly, massively bigger, and electrically charged. Okay, and what I saw was the Pope going into this portal. And not only the Pope, with the Pope went the Illuminati, went the KKK, went all of that stuff. Now, I've done a lot of work in the past already dealing with the Illuminati and those things. So I set the intention that somehow this video is allowed to be processed, is not marked for anything by the words that I'm using today. Somehow we are protected and blocked. Okay. But I feel like this is important messages going forward. Within the dark realm, this is what they would do. And they would trap all of those souls with their dog groups, right? Black Lives Matter, KKK. If they get you to fall in line with these cultish beliefs, you're theirs, right? Or if they burned you at the stake as a sacrifice, that's what they looked at them as sacrificial lambs. You are powerful because of the color of your skin. So we are going to sacrifice you and use your light. That's what I'm seeing. That's what Spirit has shown me. That's at least what I cleared out this weekend. So we cleared it out. We undid Catholicism. And I wasn't going to talk about it because it also pertained to a particular reading and a particular person, and it went further, right? And that's for her. And I'm not talking about anything to do with that. Those things, but I am talking about the collective aspect of it and what Spirit wants me to bring forth for that. Okay, does all that make sense? So I hope you get it all. And that's very much so what's going on. And then I did see something very quickly this morning about the Illuminati, and I'm like, oh shoot, okay, shnikes. Like, I'm already seeing things. But the Pope is a clone. He is a replica of the same soul that began the Popish. I don't know how else. It's a clone. It's a clone soul, not a clone vessel. Do you understand? And that's what they showed me. And I ended up putting him into he went into the, like Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. And as crazy as it sounds, that's all what we did this weekend. And on that note, I have been feeling still better and better, and I keep getting nervous because I don't ever want that pain to come back in my chest, because that pain was intense and very scary, and I was about ready to call an ambulance. I'm not kidding you. I don't think I could have drove myself, right, in that moment. That was my thoughts. So I don't want it to come back. So I've been a little leery. I've been still trying to not stress and take it easy, thinking about quitting my job, coming back to this and doing something else. Spirit's even nudging me, like they're like open doors, like adjacent possibilities. And I'm like, okay, so it's not that I have to be there. And so I'm just trying to be peaceful. So there's a little update. I feel good. I feel better every day. My shoulder's still a little sore from all that pain, but it's okay. The pain is not there. So that's a positive update. I believe more and more. Now I'm looking at my healing thing as like, no wonder people don't believe me, right? Like, who believes that? Like, can you really, when you look at all these other healers throughout time, yes, they're there. They can heal illnesses and things, but they're different, right? Sometimes it takes time. It's all about receptivity, whether you're receptive to receiving the healing, mind you. So that's what we have to work with. But this is very powerful stuff, and so I really do want to delve into it further, and that's what Spirit's pushing me to do. They keep reminding me, I'm different. I'm not like the others, and I have to own that, and I have to be willing to put it out there what I do. So I would like to transition into more healing in lives, okay? Somehow, right? Like somehow it's still iffy to me because I'm like nobody's hearing me, right? Like nobody. Some people do. Some people hear it. Some people believe it. That's how I've been healing people. Some people are open to receive. But as a whole, it's a little bit shocking what I do. And so I have to be willing to allow myself to be myself. Remember, I've said that in one of my other videos. For those of you who watch my videos, my task is to allow myself to be myself, accept every bit of who I am, change the world, and watch the world change. So that's a part of that as well. Alright. With all of that jazz being said, those are the updates. Like I said, I'm still sore. Like my neck is sore. I didn't realize how much pain I was in until it all went away. But I'm better. You guys, take charge of your health. I'm encouraging you to take charge of your bodies. Take charge of your vessel. Take charge of you. Please take charge of your health. It is everything. It is everything that you are. You can't create magic from a sick vessel. Right? And I've had to learn this. I've had to deal with this. If we are neglecting our vessels, we are not creating from the best source. Okay? We are not allowed, and we are not allowing the higher things in. Right? And that's our mind included. Where are your thoughts? Okay, this is all part of the message. Where are your thoughts? Is that a part of your vessel that needs help, that needs a doctor? Let's change the term doctor. That's another part that's coming out, is this medical stuff with me. The one key thing from my medical experience this last week or 2 or 3 or whatever it's been, I'm like all jumbled in time. The main takeaway that I have is the lady telling me, well, your symptoms aren't like everybody else's. Like, your symptoms are good, but this is that. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm not like everybody else. My average temperature is 97. What's yours? I'm not in general like anybody else. I never ever have been. I've been a unique individual from symptoms to my Kundalini awakening, right? I am not a normal individual. And so as a doctor, as a medical professional, it dawned on me that this individual should have been well aware that there are multiple vessels walking this earth. There are multiple different people who have different symptoms, who have different reactions, who have different... And she didn't, and I don't know if it's because I told her I was a healer. I don't know what her problem was. I didn't even get to talk to her. She cut me off. She was very rude. She was very short. And I'm tired of that, right? It's like, when don't we realize we are all different? And that's why it's almost impossible to get somebody on the outside to fully understand what is going on the inside of you, unless they're like us, right? Unless you're willing to tune in, unless, like, if you're on that side, you're blind. I'm telling you now. And I kept thinking to myself, I wonder how many people this woman has possibly, like, put in danger or hurt worse or possibly even killed. No joke. Or could in the future. Like, it's scary to me. Please take charge of your health. Please take charge of your health. Okay? I need you to be able to listen to your body, so that way you can know if something doesn't feel right. Right? Medications are designed to mask. Chemo is designed to kill. That's all in the air and very relevant right now as well, for whatever it's worth. Right? I'm not saying all doctors are bad. They're not. They are absolutely not. There are some really good ones out there, and there are lots of people who got into that field just to help people. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of energy out there that is very, very, very dense. And I would say lethargic to reality. That's a really good way to put it. Very dense and lethargic to reality. Watch out for those individuals. Stay clear. Find other avenues. Find other ways. Get other answers. I have a body that has very subtle symptoms. Okay? They said when I was little, I should have died several times. because my mom would take me somewhere finally, right? She wasn't one to really care too much for me properly, but when she would take me places, they would send me away. Well, she's smiling. She seems fine. She seems fine. All her symptoms are good. She seems fine. And then the next thing I know, I had 2 hours left to live. Walking pneumonia, right? Like, that's my point. Nobody is one thing. You cannot put healing into a collective bubble anymore. Does that make sense? It was a dangerous thing that I noticed. Okay, so please take charge of you. Take your power back. Where are you giving your power away? Do you ever feel like that? Like, this treatment just isn't working. Why do I even listen? Maybe I need another doctor. I get that I'm one that can go in and see everything, but it's like, we need more of that. Like, let's all wake up to that. Let's all become our own healers. And that's another thing that's coming through, you guys, is I'm going to start teaching you how to heal your bodies. That's just, it's in the air. It's coming through. Okay? And as I'm saying that, I got rescued. We're being rescued. We are being rescued. We're being rescued out of the matrix. That's what they call it. We're being delivered from the darkness. We are being rescued. And I really love this card. Like, do you see how that life force is helping pull everybody out? It's like teamwork, community, connectivity, okay? And so if you're dividing, well, you don't fit into the norm. What is the norm? The norm is a division. Do you understand? Let me say that again. To be normal is a division. I'm not normal. Are you? Okay? Pay attention. All right, and then we have Blue Fairy. Ooh, Blue Fairy, owning your truth. I feel like this is standing in your essence. 22, balance, right? Bringing balance to your world, owning your truths. This is what came out for me recently, own my truth. And I'm like, what am I not owning? What am I not owning in my truth? And I'm still trying to pinpoint that answer. Every time I do that, I feel it's about my purpose right now, right? Like, I feel like I'm giving my power away. I do. I feel like I just keep convincing myself that I need this job, and that's the only way I'm going to survive and be okay. And I'm giving my power away, and that's how I feel, and that might be part of my truth. Okay, and the fact that I even said it was weird. Like, it was a little wonky in my throat, right? And so blue is very much so throat chakra, your truth. 22, balance. Where are you out of balance? Where are you not owning your truth? Where are you giving your power away? Okay, pay attention to those. All right, very beautiful messages today. Rescued, not a victim. It's about the right path. It's about the light path. It's about the souls that I rescued this weekend. That's what I keep looking at. You guys, there was a lot of kids. I don't know what it is about children, the youth of children, why they were so important and special. But I feel like in order to sacrifice children, a lot of times they would take the family as well as the children, okay? Because I saw a lot of people being burned in houses, not just crosses. Different things occurring. Fire. There's a reason I never liked fire. I saw a lot of fire with it. And then these souls went up and cried. You can hear them crying as they're releasing. Like, you can hear them just releasing what that was. And you can hear, like, I don't know how to explain that. Like, you can hear, it's like, oh, ah, and it like fades off. It was very interesting. I cried a lot. It was hard to bring that through. It's a surrendering like no other, let me tell you. And I feel what they felt. That's, to me, the representation of being rescued right now. It's like we are currently, all of our prayers are being answered. One by one, by one, by one, bringing the life where it begun. Wherever that came from, I don't know. That was cool, and I got chills. Woo! All right. Maybe that's my calling. I should, like, write stuff. Copyright. That is mine. Juniper Blue Mystique. I feel like anything under that name is definitely already copyrighted. Alright. I'm just being silly. Gotta find the humor where I can. Okay. Alright. The oldest fairy. The wisdom. That's what this really represents. Wisdom of the ages. Wisdom of the ages. There's so much wisdom in what has been on this earth for so long. Okay. Water, the trees house so much knowledge. They do. The knowledge is in the energy. It's like your cellular memory. Think about it. On a cellular level, your body holds knowledge. It holds memory. Your muscles hold memory. Oh, by the way, which is why I have a Hertz video coming out. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a meditation with it. It's a bit of a heart healing one. It's also a cellular and neurological cleanse. And so I've been working on that since last night. It's some crazy Hertz coming through, and some music for sure. So be ready. It's in the process of being made right now. And it will be uploaded as soon as possible. Hopefully tonight, tomorrow. Time frame. 1551 just stuck out to me too right when I said that. I've never really gotten that one too much before. So I'm going to write that down. So anyways, this is all about tapping into wisdom that is available to you. It's inside you. It's all around you. Calming your mind and being willing to learn something new but old at the same time. That's what I'm hearing. It's about opening up to new and old at the same time. Very interesting messages. All right, I love that. Very beautiful going forward. Plus, again, Prometheus, very much so relevant still with his messages about the light. You will soon find, and the previous video about him, he is definitely nudging that one. Like, it's definitely like, pay attention to those. Prometheus is asking to pay attention to what he is saying, and also he's the one that wanted me to bring forth what we did this last weekend with Saint Vladimir was his name, and all of the clearing of the origination, which was Catholicism. Okay, not the Illuminati. The real origination of it all, where all of them stem off of, in reality, is Catholicism, and that's what I saw, and that's what I cleared this weekend. Believe me, because I cleared all the souls that I possibly could, that pertained to what we did with those associations this weekend. And that was not the first bunch that I have done with that, but this one was definitely detailed in the origination. So pay attention to what's coming forward. Again, the cloning of the Pope, they called him a clone. He was a spiritual clone. Whatever they would do is they would harness, not only would they change vessels, but they would harness the light body soul and use the power. How they do that, I don't know. But they do, and that's how it looked, is like all these souls were trapped so that they could use their life force in order to create all this magic that they were creating and manipulating. It really wasn't magic, right? It's like manipulation of energy is what I call it. That's what it really truly is. So with all that crazy information being brought forward, there you go, you have all your answers. So as you watch things come forth, you'll know where they came from. And then here is union. Union. Unity of source, unity of soul, unity of light, and unity of love, but also an awakening. All right, that's what I'm hearing here too. I'm really drawn to the lotus on her head. When I had my awakening, one of my symbols is the hands open with the lotus flower in the middle. Okay, and they called me Juniper Blue Mystique, and then the Epic Light Healing Journey. I didn't create those were given to me. And in my dream, I was asking for a tattoo, so I really want to get a tattoo pertaining to the symbols that I've seen and things like that. But anyhow, And this is kind of part of that. It's like union of source, union of soul, union of who you are, unity in light. Okay, but this is also in love. There's going to be new unions coming. I feel like there's going to be shifting happening. It's like, that karmic stuff when they talk about bringing about Judgment Day, and the message that I brought forth is you reap what you sow, right? Like you create your reality at the seams, and I feel like that's solidifying, if that makes any sense. And that's part of this as well. Okay, and so it's all about union of light, union of source, finding out who you truly are more, so more of an awakening coming forward individually and collectively is definitely in the air. And that's what that union card is representing. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Kind of funny how you would look at that card on the surface and you would think union, love, maybe understanding of your soul. How far would you go with that card? Like, I keep hearing I need to do a lesson on reading cards. If you guys agree, can you please comment below so I will know if it's even worth my time on doing a video. I'm not going to charge for it. It'll be doing a video on how to read cards, okay? But I'm not going to waste my time if nobody wants to watch that, right? If everybody here is already good on their card reading skills, I won't need to do it. But I keep being nudged, so let me know. So all that is coming up for today, or anytime you're hearing this message. Stay in your love and light. Stay true to yourself. Who the hell cares about anything else going forward? The world is absolutely nuts, so be nuts with it, right? But in a good way. In a good way only. And there was a lot in that message, so if you need to listen to it a few times, please do. That's what Spirit said. Okay? And again, Prometheus is very, very much so relevant right now. I cannot reiterate that enough. And so is the removal of Catholicism. Can I get an amen? No, I don't want to offend anybody. If you are very religious, please know I'm just bringing to you what is coming forth. Okay? These are not my opinions by any means. This is just what is coming forth. My opinion is I never fit in everywhere. If you take a little bit of everything and you combine it into one, you'll have closer to the truth. That's my opinion, and that's what I've always said. There's no division. Anywhere you find division is not source. Okay? And that's really as simple as that. I have no other judgments any other way. So much love to all of you. I hope you have a great, what day is this? Tuesday. A great, any day this is that you're watching this message, a great moment in time. I hope some healing enters your heart space. Some love and light from me to you. And just know that you are not alone. We are Ascension Warriors, and we're going to get through. So much love. Bye.